Welcome to the AI Hub, a podcast for AI-driven side hustles designed for IT professionals like you.
From cutting-edge AI tools to practical, no-nonsense tips, each episode brings you closer to turning tech into income.
Tune in to discover smart and sustainable ways to boost your career and income with AI.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to AI Hub. I'm Larry, always excited to jump into the latest AI news.
I'm Amanda, and I love trying to figure out what these new developments mean for all of us.
And today's topic is a big one.
Definitely big.
Google just announced that their AI chatbot Gemini can now remember past conversations.
It can.
So no more repeating yourself to a bot.
Exactly.
We've got a great article here from TechCrunch diving into all the details it can, like summarize old chats, recall info from different threads you've had with it, all that good stuff.
And this isn't just, a fun little trick.
Right.
It's really a big step toward AI that feels more natural, more like talking to a person. I mean, Think about it. You wouldn't start every conversation from scratch with a friend.
Yeah. You just pick up where you left off.
Exactly. So AI is getting a little closer to that kind of interaction.
I can see that. But I also got to ask, doesn't this raise some privacy concerns? Like if Gemini remembers everything I've ever said to it.
That's a valid concern. I think we all want to make sure our privacy is protected with this type of technology. And it looks like Google has been paying attention to these concerns.
Okay, good.
Yeah. They've given users a lot of control over their data. You can review your chat history with Gemini, delete anything you don't want it to keep. You can even set limits on how long it keeps your conversations.
That's good to hear.
You can even turn off the recall feature entirely if you want to.
Okay, so they've got options for people who are, a little more privacy conscious. But did they say anything about what they're actually doing with all this data? Like, are they using our chats to train their AI models?
They were very clear in their announcement that they are not using chat history to train their AI models.
So it's just there to, improve the individual user's experience.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Okay, so this whole AI remembering stuff thing, is this brand new? Are there other chatbots that already do this?
It's becoming more and more common. Actually, even Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI.
Oh yeah, ChatGPT.
Yeah. He said that better memory is one of the most requested features for ChatGPT.
That makes sense.
People are really craving that more personalized experience. They want to feel like the AI knows them, remembers their preferences and their past interactions.
Well, we're all used to our tech remembering some things about us.
Right.
Like our preferences on different websites or, what music we like. But remembering entire conversations, that's a whole different level.
It definitely is. And it shows just how fast this technology is evolving. This isn't just basic AI memory. This is about remembering the context of conversations, all the little details. It's getting closer and closer to how our own brains work,
That's pretty wild to think about.
It is.
Okay, so who gets to play with this mind-blowing memory feature? Is it available to everyone right now?
Well, they're rolling it out slowly. It's only available in English at the moment, and you have to subscribe to Google One AI Premium. That's their $20 a month AI chatbot subscription service. But they said it'll be expanded to other languages and enterprise users soon.
Interesting that they're starting with their paying subscribers. It's kind of like a beta test for their most dedicated users.
Yeah, I think that's a smart strategy for them. They can get feedback, work out any bugs, and then release it to a larger audience.
Makes sense.
Oh.
So we've covered how this memory thing works. We talked about privacy concerns. But here's where things get really interesting for me. What does this mean for the future of chatbots? Are we talking about AI becoming our best friends now?
Okay, Larry, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
All right.
But you're right. It is a huge step forward in how we interact with AI. We're moving beyond those basic question and answer type interactions to something much more natural, more conversational, more fluid.
Yeah, like talking to another person almost.
Exactly. And that opens up tons of possibilities. Think about customer service, for example. Imagine talking to a chatbot that remembers your past issues, your preferences.
Oh, that would be nice.
Right. No more explaining the same problem over and over again.
Or what about in healthcare? Like imagine an AI therapist that remembers your past sessions and can give you personalized advice.
That's a really interesting idea. The potential benefits for mental health support could be amazing.
Yeah.
And think about education. An AI tutor that adapts to your learning style that tailors lessons to your needs.
Wow, it's like having a personalized education system right at your fingertips.
Exactly. And it goes beyond those specific fields, right? It could change how we use AI in our everyday lives, help us manage our schedules, plan our trips, write our emails.
Okay, now that is a game changer. I'm starting to see how this memory upgrade isn't just a cool new feature, it's a whole new way of thinking about AI.
It really is. And it's just the beginning. Who knows what other incredible things AI will be able to do as it continues to evolve.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see what's next. But that's all the time we have for this part of our deep dive. Be sure to stay tuned for part 2, where we'll explore the potential impact of this groundbreaking technology even further. AI is changing so fast.
It really is. I mean, it wasn't that long ago we were all worried about robots taking our jobs.
Yeah.
And now we're talking about, like, AI becoming our friends.
Okay, I'm not ready to, start inviting Gemini over for dinner or anything.
I get it.
But I see your point. It does kind of blur the lines a bit.
It does. And I think that's what's so interesting about this whole memory thing. It's not just about, convenience or making things easier. It's about how we relate to technology. We're so used to thinking of tech as a tool, something we use. But with AI like Gemini, it feels more like a back and forth,
Like a real conversation.
Exactly. Which brings up some pretty big questions.
Yeah, like if AI starts to feel so human, how are we supposed to treat it? Do we, owe it some sort of respect?
That's the big question, isn't it?
It is.
And there are no easy answers, but I think we need to start thinking about this stuff now before AI gets even more advanced.
Before it's too late to figure out the rules.
Exactly. We got to be proactive here. And that means talking to the people who are building this technology, the policymakers, ethicists, everyone who's thinking about the future of AI.
Because we're basically writing the rule book for a whole new world, right?
We are.
A world where the line between human and machine is getting, blurrier and blurrier.
Yeah. And that's exciting.
It is exciting.
But it's also kind of scary.
Yeah, no doubt. Okay, let's bring it back to Gemini and its fancy new memory for a sec. We've talked about all the big philosophical stuff, but what about the practical applications, like in real life?
Yeah.
Where do you see this going in the next few years?
Oh, the possibilities are huge. I mean, imagine a world where your AI assistant knows you better than you know yourself.
That sounds a little creepy.
It does, a little bit. But think about it. It could anticipate your needs, help you make better decisions, even nudge you towards your goals.
Like a personal life coach or something?
Yeah, or a therapist or a best friend all rolled into one.
Okay, I'm starting to see the upside here. You mentioned healthcare and education earlier. What did you mean by that?
Well, in healthcare, imagine an AI doctor that remembers your whole medical history.
Wow.
Analyzes your symptoms, and gives you personalized treatment recommendations. It could be a game changer for people with chronic illnesses.
Yeah.
And it could revolutionize preventative care by, picking up on subtle changes in your health data that a human doctor might miss.
That's amazing. What about education?
Think about AI tutors that, adapt to each student's learning style.
Oh, that would be cool.
Right. They could track your progress, figure out where you need extra help, give you personalized feedback.
It would be like having a tutor that's made just for you.
Exactly. And it could make quality education available to anyone, anywhere.
Wow. So this memory upgrade could really have a huge impact on pretty much every part of our lives.
It could. But it's up to us to figure out how we want to use it, What kind of future do we want to build with this technology?
And that's where our listeners come in. We want to hear your thoughts on this. Your hopes, your concerns, your predictions for the future of AI. Share them with us on our website or social media.
Because ultimately, the future of AI is the future of humanity.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And speaking of the future, this whole memory thing isn't just limited to chatbots, right?
Right. I mean, think about self-driving cars. If they could remember past routes and traffic patterns...
It could be even safer.
Exactly. Or what about finance? AI that could analyze all the financial data and predict future trends.
Oh, Wall Street would love that.
They would. We're talking about a whole new level of AI intelligence here.
One that can learn and adapt.
Yeah, it's like we're watching AI evolve right in front of us.
It's happening so fast.
It is, which is why it's so important to stay informed. We need to be part of this conversation, not just watching from the sidelines.
I totally agree. And on that note, I think it's time to wrap up this part of our deep dive.
Sounds good.
This is going to have such a big impact.
Oh yeah, it's not just about chatbots either. This memory thing, I mean. Think about robotics.
Oh, yeah.
Or scientific research. AI that can learn from experience, change its approach.
that could lead to some major breakthroughs.
Definitely. Imagine robots that learn from their mistakes and get better over time.
Or AI that can analyze huge amounts of data.
And find things that humans might miss completely.
Absolutely. And what about creative fields? Music, art, storytelling?
Oh yeah, AI with memory could change everything.
Imagine working with an AI that, gets your artistic vision.
And helps you create things you never thought possible.
It feels like we're on the verge of something huge.
We are. A new era of innovation.
Powered by AI that can really learn and grow.
But with all this potential,
Yeah.
comes a lot of responsibility.
For sure.
We have to make sure these advances are used ethically.
And that they benefit everyone.
Exactly. We can't just chase progress without thinking about the bigger picture.
Right. We need to be having those tough conversations.
About bias, fairness, transparency.
And make sure everyone has access to these technologies.
Not just a select few.
Well said. The future of AI is really in our hands.
It is. We get to shape it, guide it.
And make sure it benefits all of humanity.
Exactly. And that starts with staying informed.
And asking the right questions.
Yeah. Engage in the conversation.
Well, I think we've given our listeners a lot to think about today.
We have this whole idea of AI memory. It's fascinating.
And it could change the world as we know it.
Absolutely.
And for everyone listening, if you want to keep learning about all the latest developments in AI,
make sure you subscribe to AI Hub.
We'll be back soon with more deep dives into the world of artificial intelligence.
Until then, stay curious.
And keep exploring.
Welcome to the AI Hub, a podcast for AI-driven side hustles designed for IT professionals like you.
From cutting-edge AI tools to practical, no-nonsense tips, each episode brings you closer to turning tech into income.
Tune in to discover smart and sustainable ways to boost your career and income with AI.